What is your relationship with Masayoshi-san? How did it get inculcated? Has it soured?
Look, I think you asked who's son, I often call him Son-san, given in Japan you typically add a son at the end out of respect. So I think Son-san is first generation entrepreneur. Invested in Alibaba quite early, built his own telecom business, which is now probably the most profitable business in Japan and one of the most profitable telecom business in the world in terms of construct. And then invested in Alibaba, which did very well, and then set up multiple Softbank Vision funds and ARM and few others. I think, so that's the context behind who he is. I think I would basically correlate it as SoftBank's relationship, and within that, of course, talk about Son-san. I think I got introduced to SoftBank first time in 2015 or 2016, right? When we were in that growth phase. We were in 3 cities then, just starting to take off. So I think Nikesh introduced us, and Nikesh did the work. He's now the CEO of Palo Alto Networks. The deal was more or less agreed between Nikesh and the broader SoftBank team. There was a broader SoftBank team. At that time, they used to invest on the balance sheet. So that's how we got introduced to each other in the first place. So before the final investment decision is made, you have to go and present to Son-san, and he approves finally. So I went to Japan. I was again very excited to go to a new country. I'm generally the person who's always very happy and excited about new places and new things, right? Like, now the Shark Tank episodes are airing. So there's some trolls saying that, why are you smiling all the time? I'm just generally happy being there. Right?
Right? You're smiling even today. That's who you are.
So I'm generally like, whenever I'm in new places, I'm happy. I'm excited. So Son-san comes, I make a quick presentation. So he explains 2 or 3 things, which is quite fascinating to me. I think first thing he mentions is that if I were you, I would go as full stack as possible rather than being more and more marketplace, which is that I would do more to control the experience.
Do you mean own the hotel?
No, not own the hotel, but basically sort of, can you potentially, like delivery companies have a service provider who goes and delivers? Can the front office manager be yours?
Right.
So that you can have slightly greater control over the experience. Of course, the economics of it, which can be complicated. The second, or beneficial, depends. Second thing he says is, you're very early, but I think, if you are in this growth path, making sure that you continuously track the consumer satisfaction loop closure will be crucial before you ramp up or down. There will be times when the consumer feedbacks will continue to be positive, and he said it will most definitely happen, did happen to us, that the feedbacks will be great all through when you're growing, and then suddenly one day you'll see that you've grown greater than usual. The consumer feedback is not showing that great outcomes. He said that will necessarily happen. When it does happen, you should consider pausing. And the third he said is that you are the CEO, so you make the decisions. You will receive great ideas from all our advisors. But eventually, if your company does well or not, you'll be responsible. All 3 made complete sense. But you only appreciate, like he said, tuition fees. You only appreciate when you've made enough mistakes. You don't listen or appreciate those just purely by words. So very wise words, though. So that's how the investment happened with SoftBank. And then, of course, very quickly, Nikesh moved on. And I think ever since after that, Rajiv, Munish, and that sort of cohort became our primary partners from SoftBank over the years. And our relationship was very much, we meet in a quarter, review the business, go through. And once in a year, you also get invited to go present to Son-san. And I think the one unique takeaway that I have personally about Son-san that I think most of the people have not talked about is people see Son-san primarily as an investor, right? Financial investor, and so on. I think he's at his heart an entrepreneur first and an investor second. And the depth and the attention to detail that he has, his creativity and his sense of sort of coming up with new ideas are, in my view, what makes him special in the first place.
Hi, I'm Nikhil Kamath. I'd love to know what you thought of the episode. Comment, like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.